interested to see if the Tritons can test them, if they can get their serve going and test their passing a little bit.
Michael Wong Diallo, the first to serve it up, and he'll drop one in for Sani. Tritons go right to the bic, and it's right to the block by the All-American Cameron Thorne.
And that's something I feel like both teams are working on, trying to do better, is getting that blocking in sync.
17th block of the season and the first solo stuff for Thorne. I didn't see anybody else go up. I know it doesn't take a lot to pick up that block assist. As the Tritons long bump set here from Boyle, that Sani just rolls it over deep for Kelly. Try and tap it over out of the back. That's Kelly, and he's short of the net.
Both teams trying to go to their bics early. Interesting game plan.
So here's Jim Garrison, the fourth-year starter, one of 3 returning starters for this group. Senior middle at 6'9", 230, out of Manhattan Beach in Miracosta High School. Picks out the libero, Connolly. That one is sent back. There's a block by the 6'7" Cameron Worrell.
And that is why you want to have a 6'7" setter, so he can do that. Saw that tip coming, waited, and swatted that thing.
New starter as a senior for the Tritons out of right here in San Diego in Cathedral Catholic High School. They come in at 3-2. Still waiting for their first Big West matchup of the season. They'll try the back row look. Overpass stays in from Garrison. And a long run there for Connolly. Still got a high tap out just inside the end line for our player to watch, and the ABCA National Player of the Week, Zach Rama.
What a dig by Garrison, though. That was a great defensive play by him, but Zach Rama just showing that court vision, even out of system, finds the corner.
Andrew Rowan is a 3-time first-team All-American. He's one of the best to ever do it at this level. And he puts his serve into the tape for top-ranked UCLA. So again, the Tritons at 3-2, lost 2 straight 3 sets and 4 sets against 8th-ranked BYU last Friday and Saturday. UCLA at 5-0, 1-0 in the MPSF. They swept Fort Valley State last night at Pauley Pavilion, 21-17 and 15.
And Rowan is one of those servers for UCLA that will grip it and rip it. Missed that one, unfortunately.
And there's Rama one more time, quick side out, and we go 3 apiece here in the early going. This is the #1 offense in the country in terms of hitting percentage, assists per set, and kills per set in UCLA.
And Rama feeling comfortable on that right side, played opposite last year, was able to step over there and get some points and be effective there, but back in his natural outside position this year.
Now his serve goes long, second service error for UCLA. 32 aces, 86 errors so far on the year. They'll go for it, as will UC San Diego. Sani's first serve is nasty, and that's an ace.
That was nasty. Great serve by Sani, hitting that area 5.
Won a national championship with Long Beach State last season against his libero counterpart and former teammate Christopher Connolly. And he's got back-to-back aces.
Love that. Going for it, hitting area 1. Serving Rama.
Area 1 on a almost cut shot serve with a little bit of side spin. And UC San Diego has grabbed the lead. 6th service run going in the first set.
Yeah, I love this by Sani, being real aggressive behind the service line.
He'll stay aggressive here, forces a big-time dig out of his former teammate Connolly, and UCLA, big answer as Kelly tools the block.
Nice swing by Kelly, off the hands of Luke Chandler, out of bounds.
So here's Thorne, one of those Grand Canyon pickups after that program was discontinued a couple years back. 2-time first-team All-American, and was the nation's top middle last year. The Ryan Miller Award winner, and they're going to say that this one hit the ground. Cam Worrell asking what it was, if it was a lift. And they didn't quite get underneath that one. It's Tom Saunders as our up ref, Daniel Willis the down ref, John Park, Rob Reyes on the lines. Got to look at John Hawks there a moment ago. As a little bit of extra time, and Thorne shoots it long.
I had an interesting conversation with Coach Hawks before the game about missed serves, and he said that sometimes they have to miss them based on they know they're going to get a side out no matter what. So he does have a couple of servers that he wants to go for it.
Yeah, both these teams will push it from behind the line. Big lefty swing. There's David Decker, new starter for this group, and the 6'9" opposite puts it away.
Yes, he has been terminal at that opposite position. Big lefty, big hard swing.
Had a career day against Ball State in the win on Saturday. 22 kills on 621 hitting. That's a point for UCLA. Worrell going up, trying to bring it back to his side of the net. And a good response from the Bruins, down 3 at the timeout. They've pulled level here at 7. The #1 offense in the country, hitting .484 on the year. Opponents hitting .243. That's 28th best out of 50. And on the other side for UC San Diego, .290 attack percentage. Opponents hitting .223. That's 22nd and 23rd in the country in the early going here. 5 games down for both of these teams coming in. And here's Luke Chandler, who's going to get some extended run tonight with no Leo Provednikov, second leading point scorer for the Tritons this year. Chandler with the lefty service for Connolly. And the Triton blocked down the line, but it goes out. It's a point for UCLA.
Good tool by Rama. Big block in his face. Garrison Worrell there.
Here's Kelly, who was an MPSF honorable mention and all-freshman team pick last year out of Manhattan Beach and Loyola High School. Well represented in this matchup. I'll try Chandler from the back row, and Luke Chandler comes through.
I've seen Luke Chandler sitting on the bench for several years, and it's great to see him get on the floor for a home match and proving he can be effective right away.
Third year coming over from Long Island in the NEC, and Chandler all of 8 kills coming in. And now the big serve of Ewert draws some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Well, UCLA, big time to get that first ball side out from their go-to guy, Rama.
And that is what Zach Rama can do. Look at the block, right over, right out of the reach of the defense. Just such smart court vision.
Tied for a team-high 9 kills last night against Fort Valley State. Second team All-American, first team All-MPSF a season ago. Worrell drifting to set here, and hard off the hands from Sani.
And I like that nice high set to Sani. Let that Worrell set him using his length, getting him in that high contact point.
3.1 kills per set, 3.7 points per set. He's a .296 hitter. Here's Ethan Horniak. Service sub for the Tritons, as that's no touch by Thorne, off the net and out. A point for UC San Diego, and they've rebuilt the lead here at 11-9. Horniak coming up from San Diego Mesa College at the JUCO level. Tape is his friend once again. And the Tritons score another point, and they go up 3.
And I like that serve from Horniak, causing a little confusion on the Bruin side. That nice tape floater.
Well, can't get it the third time, but he comes in for a nice service spurt. It was 12-10 in favor of UC San Diego, so Horniak will take his seat, and it'll be Andrew Rowan, two-time national champion as a starting setter with this group. #1 or #2 in the country in offense every year that he's been a starter. And Triton's quick set out of the middle for Selcho.
I was going to say, I liked your call of Rowan as Mr. World, because that is what he is. Saw him play as a freshman, and he has done nothing but elevate his game, but what a swing there from Peter Selcho.
I found the third-year starter in the gap. He's off to a good start this year, hitting .500 on the nose on 32 swings. They want to get the middles more involved, Brad Rostratter and UC San Diego. And right now, UCLA has just committed its 5th attacking error of the opening set, Kirsten, and only one of those off of a Triton block.
I know. I think this is the most errors in all the tape that I've watched them play that I have seen them commit in one sitting here.
Yeah, super clean, super efficient typically, but they're hitting sub 100 to start. That serve goes long as the Tritons trying to keep the pressure on. Second error for UC San Diego. And here is Rama, Phoenix guy out of Sandra Day O'Connor High School. That's where they were last weekend against Ball State, Loyola Chicago. Chandler, swing finds Rama. Tap back down, Bruins trying to cover the look from Decker. And that time they'll terminate. Tritons everything they could do to keep it alive, but Sean Kelly comes through with his 3rd kill.
And that's the thing with the Bruins is even when they're playing a little off, they always have a guy that can step up and put the ball away.
Whirl, another quick set, and this time they push it wide. They're asking Brad Rostratter to challenge this thing on that look from Selcho.
Oh, gonna challenge it.
And he will go ahead and call for a challenge here. He's looking for a touch that time at the net.
They could have got an armpit there. Let's see. Nice pass by Sonny. Little gap set. Did they get Thorn or? Ooh.
I thought initially it was for the activity at the net. They might have also signaled something about in or out, but usually when it's that many guys, it's more so because they saw something at the net. So our production crew will work to try and get you another look at that. You get 3 challenges for the match. You only lose them if you're unsuccessful.
I think it's out. I don't think it got Thorn either. I think he was not close enough to it.
It looked like it landed out. Didn't look like there was anybody into the net or a touch off the block that time. So our best guess, and I'm with you on this one,
yeah, let's see. Yeah.
You think this thing would stand?
No touching out? I don't know. I'm don't have the best track record. Let's just say that.
Yeah, me neither. They're not hiring either of us on our ability to call these things. I know that's the case.
Yeah. Okay. So did it touch any part of the line? I don't think so.
It's close, but you do need clear evidence to overturn it. So Kelly was in the area too, trying to duck it on that short coverage. Daniel Willis has his decision. And we'll stand as called.
All right. It's looking up for our calling abilities so far.
They don't keep stats on it, but if they did, we would be down on the list of broadcasters, that's for sure.
We overanalyze it. That's it.
So unsuccessful challenge for UC San Diego. Still on top 14-13. This is a nice little 3-0 run here for UCLA. A pick out Sonny right off the block and down.
Nice swing by Sonny. I like that he's getting in a position to attack all the time now. Really good momentum with him.
Big thing for Sonny, as Brad Rostratter puts it, at Long Beach State last year with that national championship crew, he was one of the guys. Here at UC San Diego, they need him to be the guy.
Yes.
Oh, man. Drawing some ooze from the crowd. David Decker casting off.
Decker absolutely annihilating that ball. You have got to get 2 blockers up on him.
So brings Thorne back to serve. First one on target, and that one sent back out of the middle. Micah Wong Diallo with the rejection.
Wong Diallo saw that bit coming. Fully formed block on that one.
And UC San Diego will call timeout. Knotted up at 15 apiece. The Tritons had a 14-10 edge. And for UCLA, a 5-1 stretch here.
That's a nice pick, but you know what? Wong Diallo saw that coming, didn't jump with the middle blocker, and blocked that thing straight down.
Wondered if Kelly was going to get credit for that. It's just a solo stuff for now for this UCLA group. Talk about the success of this program. They made their 3rd consecutive title match a year ago, their 4th straight Final Four. It was the first season for John Hawks as a head coach. They finished 2nd in the NCAA in hitting percentage, 4th in aces per set. He was at UCLA with John Speraw from 2015 to 2022. Then Hawks goes to Loyola Chicago to take the head coaching job. He helped build that foundation with UCLA, winning those back-to-back championships and getting back to their spot as the top program of note all time in NCAA men's volleyball. And Coach Hawks and Coach Rothstratter, colleagues at Balboa Bay Volleyball Club. They go back a long way.
A long time. Coach Hawks has been coaching for a long time assistant, been at Long Beach State, USC, UCI, and played at Grossmont Community College down here in San Diego for a couple years.
Yeah, Grossmont and San Diego State on his resume as a student athlete. Both coaches also involved with USA Volleyball. A lot of these student athletes in the mix as well with the national team. Tritons out of the timeout. They'll swipe it off the block from Ewert.
Anxious to see Ewert get going. He's got a lot of fire in his belly.
2nd kill on his 3rd swing gets Peter Selcho back to serve. I could tell when that left the hand, that one was going short. So back to UCLA here. Triton's got those 2 early aces from Sani, and then it's been 3 errors since. 1 ace, 4 errors on the other side for UCLA. Good first set battle here at 16 apiece. And Decker goes long. Sani dodges that one. Triton's back on top. Tritons gave up a lot against BYU in terms of being outblocked and in the ace error discrepancy. Friday they were outblocked 7-2, -7 aces errors. And then Saturday outblocked 16-9, -9 in aces and errors. Of course, that look from a little bit off the net and a smart swing against the big Triton block, and we're tied up again.
Rama is so used to getting triple blocked, it does not faze him at all. Such a great attacker.
3 kills for Rama, 3 errors on 6 attempts, so hitting 0 on the nose. Bruins hitting .250, Triton's hitting .083. Diving effort there from Sani. Garrison just got a tap to it, but it goes wide. Bruins back in front. This is an extended stretch of 8-3 for UCLA after they were down 4. Chandler can't save it, and that's going to make it 9-3 on another good serve from Kelly.
Yep, Kelly is another one of those servers that can definitely go on some sprees for the Bruins, getting them a lot of points from the service line.
In handling the serve, A1 at the top of the list for Brad Rostratter's Tritons tonight. Off the tape, Ewert first touch. Tries to push it off the block, but no, goes right into it. And the Bruins stretch the lead to 3.
Trying to be deceptive or maybe recycle that one. But Bruins were all over that.
So a 4-0 stretch for UCLA as you take another look.
Now that's a pretty big with Rowan there and Wong Diallo. Pretty well-formed block to get that through.
So the Tritons now hitting into the negative. 5 kills, 6 errors, 071. UCLA, 9 kills, 5 errors on 16 swings, hitting .250. It's Kelly leading the way with a 4-1-5 line, and then Sani on the other side with 2 kills. You got to catch up with Coach Hawks prior to the match. What stood out to him about his team and where they're at coming into, this is match day number 6 for this group?
Well, he said a lot of things they're working on is blocking and defense. You know, getting, obviously, you know, they've got a ton of attackers. Definitely have some players that he really wants to go after it behind the service line. Rowan, Decker, and really go for their serves, and Kelly as well. But the other guys are more placement servers, but really working on their blocking. Is there something that he thinks he needs to do if this team is going to win a championship this year?
3 blocks here in the opening set for UCLA as a team, averaging 2 per set. So at least in terms of the raw numbers. Good start from that standpoint, and you'll always take holding a team to negative hitting when you can take it.
Right, and they kind of know, they've seen some tendencies from the Tritons as well, that in system they go to the quick, out of system they go to the outside, so they're being able to, read that.
Looking for Chandler again.
That's what I like to see. Nice aggressive swings by the Tritons, and nice job by Cameron Whirl moving that ball around as well. He's got a true opposite tonight, a lefty who's got a big swing, and great job using him there.
Josh Ewert overcooks this one. So back to UCLA, 21-18 as the Bruins going to close in here on this opening set. It's the group that in the big matches with this crew, they're not going to substitute a lot, but they will bring in Spencer Graves, and this is what the sophomore, or the junior rather, beg your pardon, has been doing in his time as a Bruin, a service sub.
And the Bruins are so deep that a lot of these guys, even though they're upperclassmen, great swing by Garrison there, they haven't seen a lot of playing time. So that's something he's letting them figure out. So going through some of the ups and downs, but giving them the opportunity to get better as they play.
There's nothing quite like that. Always good to build out your depth as the course of the season goes on. And look, they'll see enough matchups throughout the year. Well, they'll have significant leads and chances to do it. Fort Valley State last night, good example of that. Big swing and a put down for Rama once again.
So showing his range with that deep angle hit. Literally can hit any kind of set, but also hats off to Rowan for putting that ball up on a tee for all his hitters. Really precise with his setting.
Leading the country in assists per set coming in. Tritons, not sure that one had touched the line. Brad Rostrader looks like he's just going to go ahead and leave this thing. I mean, they lost that challenge earlier. You quickly go down to 1. You're behind the 8 ball in set number 1. Trying to track this one. It'll go over the scorer's table, out for an ace. Some good service down the stretch here from Rowan.
Another great serve by Rowan. Really going for it, hitting that area 6.
Set point. This time shoots it long. 11 aces to lead the team coming in through 5 matches. Second on the team in that mark a year ago. Led him in aces in 2023 and 2024. And now it's Cameron Whirl, the setter on the other side, the new starter for UC San Diego. Brad Rostrader saying less experience, but great strides for him coming in. Uncorks the serve with some good heat behind it. Bruins forced to set it over. Tritons can't get it cleanly. Sani up against a triple block, overpass. There's Chandler again.
Luke Chandler coming up big at the nets. Love the aggressive play by him so far tonight.
They found a good spot for him hitting out of the back row, and this time ready to rock on the overpass.
Broken play and owning that net on the right side.
All started with a good serve from Whirl to put the pressure on. John Hawks is talking with Daniel Willis here. Looks like UCLA wants to challenge something out of that last point.
Interesting.
Now they're communicating that now to Brad Rostrader. Now nothing for me that came up live in the flow of the point that was an obvious let's go look at it thing.
I think maybe they're challenging that Chandler may have netted on that overpass. I'm not really sure.
That's always a good candidate. He did go out and got out in front of the ball. No, actually might have gotten a little high five on his way down.
Yeah, I think he and Decker may have high-fived each other, but no net.
You can see for what it's worth in that shot, Cameron Thorne looking up right away. He must have saw something.
And the ball looked like it broke the plane.
Did that
I wasn't looking for that, but.
And we might actually looking at that one more time with that as context. It might be helpful to have. And Cameron Worrell, remember it's the captains that can talk to the up refs directly, not head coaches. So now he's relaying what he just talked about with Tom Saunders to Brad Rostratter. Now hopefully they can figure it out prior to the challenge actually coming through. Take a look one more time. Did both Chandler and Worrell contact the ball here? And it looks like they might have. Yeah, which would make that 1, 2, 3, and then into a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
I might have to see that from another angle to know for sure, but I'll tell you, this is a tremendous amount of energy in Lion Tree tonight.
The wave is going.
Yeah, kudos to the marketing staff, ticket sales here at UC San Diego, making sure to pack the house and
full house.
Treated to a fun set of opening volleyball, and now some of the guys taking it in as well. Bench getting in on the wave too. See you, Ben Warren. A long look at this one. Verdict is in. I'm just reading body language from John Hawks. I don't think they're going to win this challenge, but we'll see. Let's see what Coach Rostratter comes away with. A little more stoic.
Okay. Let's be clear with it now.
Now it looks as though it'll stand
unsuccessful
for
challenge.
UC San Diego. There we go. Was waiting for the actual official mark in the whistle.
We didn't actually call anything, so.
Before we jump out in front of that. So for the Tritons, Worrell serving, they're still trying to save 3 set points. And that one is terminated by Thorne, and that does it. UCLA ready to rock, ready to finish out the first, 25-21 to the #1 team in the country. Bruins and Tritons roll on into the second when you come back to Lion Tree on ESPN+.
Back, and I feel like the Tritons need to just keep being aggressive.
Now Ewert trying to go off speed and missed well short into the net. So Wang Diallo will get it started here for UCLA. It was 4 aces, 6 errors in the opening set for the Bruins. 2 aces, 4 errors for the Tritons. Those 2 aces very early on. The back-to-back efforts from Sonny. First pass from the libero. There's Chandler again, and Kirsten, he led the Tritons with 3 kills in that opening set.
Yes, he is that lefty, hard to figure out, kind of hits a spatchy hit, but from a very high contact point. I think that's his 3rd kill tonight.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing out of the back row. He's got 4 of them now on 6 swings, no errors. Service from Garrison. Everything right on target for UCLA. Now, so many of these matches come down to your ability to first ball side out, and they got it to a T there.
Yes, that is their bread and butter.
All-American once again last season. Serve backing off Worrell. They're going to go back to Chandler with Sonny covering. And Sonny can't avoid the pancake of Rowan. Great effort by the setter, who finds his middle. Thorne for a quick kill.
So composed Rowan is. Doesn't freak out. Just looks at the other side of the court and makes great setting decisions.
Thorne hitting .696 across 5 matches coming into this thing, as Rowan puts this one into the net. Thorny hit .521 a year ago. That was 5th in a single season in UCLA history, and also 11th in the NCAA in blocks per set. So that good offense-defense balance out of the middle spot. Whirl has 8 assists so far for the Tritons. This one backing off Rowan. Tritons get a good touch to it. Picking out Sani into the triple block that time. They go back to Sani, and this time he splits the double.
Nice job by Sani, and I saw a lot of patience from Ewert there as well. I think he wanted to hit that second contact, but he did a nice job setting his teammate, and a nice swing by Sani, finding a hole in that block.
Led the team in kills in both BYU matches. He had 11 and 13 in those two on the road. So the back row once again, get up from Whirl. Cook setting Sani there, and it's a point for the Tritons. Now into the net that time for UCLA. Brad Rostrader was on it.
And what a dig by Whirl there. Great heads-up play by Cook coming in to set that.
I feel like half the city of La Jolla is here tonight. They'll start the slow clap. Here for Whirl. Good service stretch at the end of the last set for him. And there's Thorne out of the middle. Terminal again.
He is so explosive in the middle. Great job by him getting a hold of that.
Rama with the service onto Boyle. And down out of the middle. There's another one for Peter Selcho, getting to 2.
And the combo of Selcho and Garrison, most experienced middle blockers, the most fifth-year seniors. Definitely a lot of experience coming into this match.
Sani with a rocket, handled well by Rama. And able to go ahead and get the kill from Kelly. That's not bad from a serving standpoint for UC San Diego, as you get the setter a little bit on the move, but that's part of what Rowan can do. Get him the ball anywhere, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he really can put it up on a plate for them. So precise with his setting.
Thorne serve dips and goes just long. 8th error for UCLA. From behind the line in a tight set 2 unfolding. And when we talked about UC San Diego, how are things going to look with Leo Provednikov out, one of their top attacking options? And it's really just been Chandler taking that offensive volume on directly.
Yeah, I like seeing Chandler in that traditional opposite position where they can use him on that D ball. And he just has a different angle. It's throwing the Bruins off a little bit.
Nice up from Whirl. Joust goes back to UCLA's side. That time out of the back row. Terminated by Rama, who's fired up.
And there is the gnarly Bick we were talking about. Great job by the middle, drawing the block, and Rama just coming up and absolutely terminating that one. Great up by Whirl as well. But Rowan using that and just Rama teeing off.
40 kills on 5-15 hitting for him last week. Swan going tight to the ladder. Excellent save with the fist from Kelly. Then he goes back up for the block alongside Wong Diallo.
Wong Diallo doing a nice job at the net, blocking those quicks. Being very patient, saw that one coming to Garrison and got in his face.
One of the new starters for this group, just 15 sets over his first 2 seasons for the LA product out of Marshall High School. And Micah Wong Diallo. Tritons will side out on a service error, 7 apiece here in the second set. Tight in the first before that late UCLA pull away. Tight here to start the second. Into the Triton block that time from Decker. Bring it the other side with a tap over. And Chandler somehow keeps it alive with the forearm. But only long enough for Sean Kelly to put it away. Great first set for Kelly, and he's rolling here into set 2.
He is. At any point in time, there's a Bruin that can step up, and Sean Cully is that guy right now, finding a big hole in the block and just terminating.
We'll head back to serve. Was an AVCA high school national champion with Loyola High a couple years back. They'll find Chandler again. Nice up from Connolly. Chandler gets the first touch here. Sani out of system to the net. Great coverage by Boyle. Oh, and over on two.
Rowan so smart, saw the Tritons scrambling. Great time to dump.
And good active setting that time. That was a terrific read by Boyle on the other side, and the disguise until the last second.
Yeah, really good cover by Boyle. Shows that he's really paying attention and covering that block.
Bruins have really cleaned up those attacking errors from early in the first set. They haven't committed one yet here in the second. Hitting .438, 7.016 is the line. The Tritons have been cleaner too, only one attacking error, hitting just .231 here in the second.
Yeah, I think both teams are definitely cleaning up. There's knowing when they can go for it and when it's a good time to recycle the ball or just get back and play some defense.
Hayward serve and a perfect dig, leading to another first ball side out.
Connolly just with a great pass on that one.
I like to see that for UC San Diego, going for it. Remember that float into the net to start this second set. That time Hayward letting it rip. And back setting, and there it is once again.
Yeah, that is a gnarly angle and such a great location. Such a lefty hit. Love it.
Yeah, back set to the back that time from Whirl. It's Garrison on serve. UC San Diego keeping a touch point here in the second. Rowan right out of the middle, lightning quick from Thorne.
Rowan does such a great job getting that ball consistently to his hitters. I swear that they could hit it with their eyes closed. He's so precise in his location.
Now with the timing is that right, that's just about impossible to stop. Rowan's serve on for Ewert, and there is Sani. No touch. So managed to miss the block. And UC San Diego will go ahead and take timeout. So UCLA building a little separation here, up 1-0 and 12-9 here in the second. Back to Sani, up by Rowan. Tight at the net, back to UCLA. And the lefty look then from Decker. And dumped over by Cameron Whirl.
Great heads-up play by Cameron Whirl on that.
Yeah, getting some of the Triton fans on their feet here. One of the longer rallies of the night. So Whirl able to come through with his first kill of the action, and his turn to head back and serve. Missed the opener, 4 straight starts. Set the Tritons to 290 hitting on Friday, 216 on Saturday. But that Saturday match at BYU, they were mostly anchored down by a 7-kill, 10-error opening set. Then they hit 338 over the last 3. And the big thing in those 2 matches, they really just couldn't slow down BYU's offense. Now we've seen a lot of Whirl. We'll see John Lewers sprinkled in from time to time as we got another review here on that last play. Now both teams unsuccessful on a challenge in the opening set. So both down to 2 challenges the rest of the way. And this has been a high degree of difficulty night for trying to figure out what the heck they're challenging. I mean, you could think certainly that action at the net is something that might give you a look.
He didn't net. You know, I think he clearly threw it down. I'm stumped.
Yeah, I wonder there if that's what Selcho was asking Ewert. Hey, what do you think they're challenging us on? Didn't look like a like an illegal throw that time from Worrell's standpoint. So again, UCLA at the risk of going down to one challenge if it's unsuccessful here. So that first challenge, you can pretty much toss it out there anytime. Second one, a little bit more discretion. I like these jerseys too. You don't really notice it close up for UCLA, but they've got the map of Westwood and the surrounding area on the backs.
Yeah, very creative.
And we found that out when they were warming up right in front of us. Back in pre-match action. Long look here for Daniel Willis. And that, see, closer look, Westwood on the map. Now they are really diving in here. So long break, long breather for both of these teams. And for UCLA, they're going to head home to Pauley Pavilion next Tuesday. They'll take on Vanguard, Brad Rostrater's former program where he was the head coach.
That's right.
It's at 7 o'clock. And then UC San Diego, they went to Provo, they come back home, and then they're going to go right back on the road out to the Midwest to continue this stretch of top 10 opponents. They'll get 9th-ranked Lewis on Friday, and then 7th-ranked Loyola Chicago, where they'll see former Triton All-American Josh Schellinger.
That's right, and it's 40 below there right now, so good luck with that.
Yeah, navigating the winter storm that's coming through. Hopefully everything can stay on schedule on time and they can get back and home safe. Well, that challenge is unsuccessful, so one unsuccessful challenge remaining for UCLA. Triton still have two. Worrell stays on serve after a long review. And puts it right in to the net. So it makes it 13-10 UCLA. They went 25-21 in the first. Hitting .450 in this second set. That one off the block and out. Luke Chandler was somebody that Brad Rostrater highlighted. Talking to him yesterday, I said, who were some of your standouts at BYU? Just anybody for any reason you like. And he said, I love what Chandler came in that 4-set serving against match point in the road. Smith Fieldhouse, one of the tougher environments to play in. And he said that was just a great moment for the senior. And well, he's rolled it into making the most of his opportunity with Provednikov out tonight.
Yeah, I like the way he's playing. He's being very aggressive, and it's fun to watch.
Rowan setting up Kelly. Long way to track to get to that one. Chandler once again, and that one somehow find the line. Everybody on UCLA's side saying no. It sure looked coming off the hand like it was going to go long.
I felt like he definitely mishit it. He spatched it, but you know what? That's kind of his game plan there, and I think he got that back corner.
Now again, you're risking being out of challenges if you decide to go for it. So it's a Triton point. Sani with the service off the tape. There it is out of the middle again.
He connects so well with Thorne. Thorne can just pull the trigger anywhere. Such a great swing.
So Thorne ready to serve it up here. Picks out Boyle, and the Tritons with a quick answer from Selcho.
Selcho's a senior, making his presence known in the middle. Great aggressive swing.
And Rostrater talking about Selcho and Garrison, saying they're so confident in who they are. It helps since we want to make sure that everyone is just comfortable being themselves. He's going to float this serve well long. Now 15-13 Bruins. On the road here, leading in the second. They've got a good contingent of fans in the house as well.
Yeah, everybody wants to come see the #1 team.
Ewert into the block. Another crack at it. Pushing it off the block, and he'll do so successfully.
And that is a smart play by Ewert on that one. The set was not quite there for him, and he was able to use the block and push that ball out of bounds.
Third in kills per set, points per set, hitting just 154 to start the year. Hit negative in both BYU matches. There's a lot of that about the Cougar block. Things that team can do defensively. There's Aiden Powell for the first time tonight. There's a back row put away from Zach Rama.
And what a ginormous bick that is, with a 6'9" middle, masking you while you come up and hit a back row quick set. That is just textbook right there. Beautiful play.
That no block and split the two in the back row. That was just about perfection from UCLA offensively. Here's Kelly, who was top 30 in the NCAA and hitting a year ago, 327. There's Ewert over by the ladder, just managing to save it. Rama took a spill into the table right in front of us, and it goes wide. Heck of an effort by Zach Rama and a Triton attacking error.
I think his head hit our desk. Hope he's okay.
That's what it sounded
rattled.
like.
Yeah.
There was for sure an audible thump, and I know you are sitting well back of this thing. Not trying to take another shot to the knee.
No, I will get out of the way.
Titans have to pop it over from the back. Off the free ball, there it is. They're on that mask one more time with Wong Diallo and pick up another kill.
Yep, and Kelly can hit the big two. Very clear.
And that's one of the things that really think about it as a separator for Rowan. You knew about the jump serve, but they can run some really creative, really outside the box type of offense.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, Rowan is just, you know, he knows when to keep his hitters hot. His location and dedication is pretty amazing.
They're getting a look there at the UCLA coaching staff. That's Lindsey Brown, who's in her second season. Really enjoyed talking with Brad Rostrader before this match, and I said, you know, just tell me a little bit about you and the staff and some of the connections. And he really highlighted the female coaching connections here in NCAA men's volleyball. Lindsey Brown with UCLA. She's been in D1 for a long time, and then for UC San Diego, of course, Blossom Sato was here for a couple of years. She's now made the move up to USC, the former Pepperdine standout, and just some really cool connections. Starting to see more female coaches in the men's game, something that's really been long overdue, and these two programs doing that as much as anybody.
Absolutely, and it's great to see Lindsey, 9th year, very knowledgeable, as Coach Hawk says, a great recruiter and really good in the gym with the players.
And they got Lindsey Brown, they got Alex Knight, who's a standout for this group. They also got Milan Zarkovic coming over from Hawaii. So a really high-level staff there. And for UC San Diego, Jorge Collazo in his 3rd year, Noah Cotterman. And Brad Rostrader talking about those two yesterday, saying their ability to help our guys make in-game adjustments and continue to communicate really what sets them apart. So some love for the coaching staffs, which they really don't get enough of, honestly, outside of the head coach.
It takes a village, and a lot of the decision-making, you know, athletes are talented and have their athleticism, but that decision-making during the game is something that everyone can use help on.
Diving dig out of the timeout. It's UCLA by 4, 18-14. And on to that time, Rowan puts it away. The Tritons asking for a double. Multiple Tritons coming right over to the ladder. Rowan just laughing.
He's like, yeah, that was a little behind my head. So it can't be behind your head. Let's see. So here we go, and
was there extended contact and a catch, push into throw there?
I mean, he's laughing. He knows. It's weird. Let's see. Ball never lies. So let's see what happens.
I don't know. The way the service errors have been going, I feel like the ball might lie.
Yeah.
If they're going for it.
Might be.
There's Ewert off the block. And off the antenna, so the Tritons will side out.
Love to see Ewert get that 79-mile-per-hour serve going.
Yeah, that was what they had him clocked at with one of his fires at BYU last week, consistently in the 70s.
Yeah.
And that one's an ace.
Love that. Love that with it. We give him a compliment and he delivers. Nice job by Ewert. Good, calm, collected focus there.
Can we take a moment for the non-broadcaster jinx? Because it's usually the other way around. Hey, look at Ewert. This guy can smoke it. Service error. No, not that time.
Yeah, nice job.
Comes through with the first Triton ace since those back-to-back aces going back to the opening set for Sebastiano Sani. As you get a look at some of the live set stats here in the second, both teams really doing a good job cleaning up the attacking errors. And I know we got a little bit of this set to go, but man, UCLA leading the nation in hitting percentage coming in. This is much more of what we know they can do in the second set. High level in terms of being terminal, but all that without committing an error.
Yeah, and UCLA just has a lot of hitters to go to, and their hitters are delivering. I feel like the Tritons have gone on some spurts, but can't really sustain some successful hitting.
And for the Tritons, hit 111 in the first, hit 286 in the second. And the other thing that they've done is they've generated a lot more opportunities. They only had 18 swings in the first, already here 28 in this second set. So more opportunities, fewer errors. They're just finding their way into more offense consistently. So Ewert will set up to serve here.
And this is something where I feel like the Tritons can score some points on the Bruins with their serve.
Trying to do it again, Connolly with a good touch. And put away on the answer by Rama. Like one thing that John Hawks will do when it looks like this serve is generating some momentum, and we saw it in the first set. No, cut it out, use the timeout right away.
Yeah.
And then they answer on their side of it to get to 20.
And Rama with a great 4-4 there, just hammering that angle.
Spencer Graves off the bench. And his serve forces a Triton overpass. And a big-time overswing ends up by the UC San Diego bench from Rama.
And that is a rare hitting error by Rama, especially on a free ball pass there.
Now, he had a couple of them in the early going. I think as Rama has gone with efficiency and a clean match, so has UCLA on the offensive side. So here's the service sub, and Hornyak once again, the San Diegan out of Scripps Ranch High School. 13 sets over the first 4 matches. He didn't play Saturday, his first DNP of the season. Once again, out of the middle with Thorne. So the UC San Diego will get Garrison back in.
And such an explosive hitter Thorne is. Cut back or crossbody. Come down.
Rowan's service. Sani just got it over. Stuck it into the block. It's the Tritons back within 3. They're getting to that point here in this second set where they're going to need to put a dent in.
And Sani does such a nice job with that high contact point, using the block on that one.
Rowan, quick check over the shoulder. They go back row, and Chandler's got the answer.
Chandler with such a great heads-up play on that one. Saw the bit coming. And when Peter Selcho jumped with the middle, Chandler said, I'm going to wait for that bit.
Third block of the match for UC San Diego. That's a hard one to stop. Worrell's serve is long, so the Bruins side out. 3 points away from trying to take a 2-0 lead. Tritons go out of the back row, and Ewert draws a boom out of the bench to his left.
And Ewert can definitely hit that pick as well. I love seeing that, getting the ball to him on that one. That is one of his go-tos.
The junior out of Moraga and Campo Lindo High School, the new starter for UC San Diego, the NorCal native. Sani's serve. Tight to the net, a one-handed back set. That is outside the antenna.
Rowan just trying to save that one. And they call a timeout. Don't want the Tritons to get on any type of run right now. No momentum. Calls a timeout.
They have been good coming out of timeouts so far in this one. That's the second and final timeout for UCLA. UC San Diego has used both of its timeouts. A really good performance here so far by the Tritons. They were tight in that opening set. They had a 14-10 lead.
And throwing the Bic right back at them, using their Bic tool, which is Josh Ewert and Cameron Worrell making some great setting decisions.
And all that being down Leo Provednikov. And you also draw out the lens a little bit, think bigger picture for UC San Diego. I mean, Luke Chandler has been a rotational guy, but he's putting together the type of sets that could possibly earn him some more playing time down the road.
Yeah, he's a traditional opposite, and he's a lefty, and he's hard to read, and he's able to terminate. And they're, getting him the ball. And some of those broken plays, he's making some great plays at the net as well.
Yeah, on the floor for Chandler, it's typically about what he can do as a blocking sub when they need more defense than offense. So this has been terrific to see him get the offense going. And there is a kill for the coach.
Yep. Ice the server.
Yeah, the use of these timeouts, 1, and then UCLA's response out of them, 2. Both have been top-notch for John Hawks, pushing the right buttons at the right time. And we'll get our first look at Trent Taliaferro, the sophomore out of San Clemente and J. Sarah High School. Won bronze at the U21 Worlds last summer with John Hawks, Sean Kelly, and Sebastiano Sani.
That's right. First time they've ever done that at that age group.
He comes in and he is ready to roll. A cold server off the bench, first action, no problem for Taliaferro, who gets UCLA on set point. First ace of the season. He'll take a little off, still got some great dip to it, and the Tritons cannot get control. Taliaferro coming into a solid spot and delivering the second set for UCLA. Just like in the first, it goes 25-21. The Big West, long linking up in the postseason. Tritons looking for the tap over, and that will get it done. Sani goes off speed. He's got 6 kills now, and they get the first point of the third.
Sani with a nice tip over the block.
Now here is Peter Selcho. Working on a new serve coming into this year. One thing that both these teams really like, their serving prowess, ability to dictate the game from behind the line. Worrell having to navigate Sani. They go back to Chandler, and Garrison just pops this one over. They'll go out of the back. Smoke from Sean Kelly.
Yes, as Rob Aspero likes to call him, Sean Machine Gun Kelly, with a big hammer on the Bic in the back row.
And that's an apt nickname too. So Sean MGK.
MGK.
Levels it up at 1. Soft serve just clearing the net. Sani into the block, but out. So a point for the Tritons. He's one of the standouts, and Brad Rostrader saying that against BYU he showed some of those moments, taking over, being best on the court. He said there was also a lot of growth with the team in terms of their response to adversity. They felt like they played a really good first set on Friday. Again, just had a lot of trouble stopping BYU's offense. But he said he saw some good things out of Sani being a communication leader on this team, a role that he'll continue to grow into as the season goes on.
Yep, and that is definitely in his DNA as well. Brother played at Irvine, playing at Italy professionally right now. And, oh, another great swing from Kelly on that one. And mom played on the Italian national team, so Sani's got a lot of good lineage there.
At the flags here at UC San Diego, up on the catwalk behind where Sani's serving right now. Always good to see those. We got Italy and we got Canada.
Yeah.
Canada for Ben Warren. on the Triton bench. Having to adjust the route here, but still a good enough swing to get it done from Rama. And Josh Ewert just about making your life flash before your eyes there for a second.
I get out of the way. I will sacrifice my laptop.
Thought about telling him, hey man, that one's out. Like, we could see it. That's Ewert looking for the answer. Where are we going? And it's going to UCLA.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got that one.
Now Saunders deferring to both John Park and Rob Reyes.
All right, we'll challenge it.
Tritons looking for a touch. They got 2 challenges left.
Why not?
Again, UCLA down to 1 challenge, Tritons down to 2. They had thought about that challenge late last set. Well, both teams actually did. Ultimately decided not to use it. But now you're at the point for Brad Rostratter where
could be a good momentum
shift. It's a gotta be set, and it's 3 of them in a row.
Go for it.
Now we talked about some of the connections within this coaching staff. So Brad Rostratter, John Hawks, they go back a ways. Balboa Bay Volleyball Club. Let's check this out first, then we'll get back to that. Looking for a touch here.
So Ewert, oh. Did it hit Decker's arm, outside of his arm? No.
That was incredible because you're watching him set the block and you're saying there's no way he's going to get out of the way of this thing.
Interesting.
And then a good reaction. So it's an unsuccessful challenge. Both teams down to 1. And service error gives it back to UC San Diego and Jim Garrison. We got to ask Jim at some point, how many pairs of fun socks does he own? Because he's usually wearing some.
Yep. He always has fun socks on.
These are I want to say these are some kind of Frank Lloyd Wright inspired design.
We've Geo.
Seen him bust out the Woodies at some point, the old classic California cars. That's one of my favorite things about doing UC San Diego men's volleyball. What kind of socks is Jim Garrison going to be wearing on the night? And then the other thing I want to know is, does he track the record based on different pairs of socks?
Yeah, well, we wear socks more than others if they won with them. Good question.
I know we saw those last time we had a home match that we called here against Damon. Got a dub that night. Oof. And that one, everything right into Chandler from David Decker.
Yep, taking that one off the face, I think, or maybe the throat.
Yeah, somewhere where it's not going to feel good. So 6-5 UCLA on the Decker kill. Chance at another big rip for Evan Boyle. That one goes into the net. We see both liberos in action, Boyle and Cook. Give us a little compare contrast in these two for UC San Diego.
Yeah, well, I'd say that Cook is a little bit better defensively and Boyle is better in serve receive. I think I have that right. But both players come up with some big plays at big times.
Brad Rostratter calling the serve receive
for
right? Boyle his superpower.
Okay.
And he says of Cook, I think he's one of the best defenders in the nation.
Yeah, so that's great. It's a great combo to have. It'd be even better to have them all in one player, but you know, you can use them at different times based on who you're playing against.
Showtime from Ewert. Excellent pass. And that time it's Wang Diallo working that connection out of the middle.
Wang Diallo putting all 6'9" behind that one. Anytime there's, I was going to say a hole in the block, he just found it.
It's over the top of the block.
OTB.
Overpass, and that looked like Rama. That's going to be a point. I thought that Rama had just about caught the volleyball. That was my gut reaction to what we saw live, and I think that's what Brad Rostratter's arguing here. So it's the joust and the push.
going to set. Did it break? Yeah, that's tough. Looks like the ball definitely broke the plane of the net, though. Oof. That's a tough one.
So Cam Worrell was over having a word. He's not shy about doing that with the up ref. And you see San Diego and Brad Rostrader saying he touched it on our side. He didn't think it got all the way over.
Well, if Brad's upset about it, he wouldn't do it if he wasn't. Didn't feel like he was right.
And again, you're at a point where you just got that one challenge left. You might need to save it for a higher leverage situation. And Sonny with the answer. So that one will fire the Tritons up. And a little friendly chat between him and Rowan. That's always nice to see.
And I like that hard line shot by Sonny. I don't know if I've seen him hit that one before. Love that.
Selcho's serve, friendly roll off the tape. Oh, man. Tritons say it was out.
I'm sorry, but I didn't see that. It happened so fast. Wow.
That was quick. Well, you saw what Wang Diallo can do, and that's a beautiful sight. It's 6'9", absolutely peaking that thing.
Yeah.
– 10-7 Bruins. Wang Diallo into the net. So they'll get Cook back in. We talked about Cook and Boyle. The other thing we should mention about these two is both have served as a primary libero for UC San Diego. It was Boyle in 23 and 24, and Cook last season with Boyle out because of a back injury. Looking out of the middle, easy tap down that time from Thorne.
Thorne getting up and available. Hitting that gap set, hitting, 750 tonight. That's impressive. 7 kills for him.
And he got some great high-level experience, too, at Grand Canyon before that program was discontinued. Sonny tracking it, now out of the middle. Garrison looking to go long, finds Kelly. And that just got over the net, right into the Triton block from Decker.
Decker using the block on that one. Smart play. Oh, okay. I was like, what are we challenging? No, okay, just good old team. It's left and gone to play professionally, but he was a lot of fun to watch.
Man, Moni Mania. It's sad to only get 1 year of something that much fun. Yeah, he clocked him. Set a record for a clock serve at 84 last year.
Impressive.
Big reason why Long Beach State won that national championship, the AVCA Player of the Year. His former teammate, Sebastiano Sonny. Out of the back, and this one goes long. No touch, point for UC San Diego.
Here come the Tritons. See if Sonny can get that serve going again.
Take a little bit off of this one. And there's a fast kill out of the middle once again. Rowan to Thorne, it's an elite connection. Couple All-Americans working it. Big reason why this team is on the hunt for national championship number 22.
Just slicing and dicing up there.
Chandler with the tap over. Great coverage from Connolly. This time, Ewert smashes it home. He comes back and gets some love from everybody in the huddle after that one. See, even Cam Worrell looking back like, dude, you see that?
Yeah, that was an elite line hit by Ewert.
That's out of come on as well. Here's Tyler Stewart, the Pepperdine transfer out of Broomfield, Colorado. Good serve, forcing Connolly to lean to his right. Tritons put up the block. They'll try the other pin, tapped over. Chandler returned off the hands. And Selcho out of the middle. Rama with a good adjustment. Titans keep it alive. Long rally here. Ewert rolls it over, a triple block. Now from the back row. Great work in transition for Rama and UCLA.
Great defense by both sides. That was great rally. Ewert tries to change it up, but Rowan just walks right into it. And Rama, terminal from everywhere on the court, puts that one away.
Spencer Graves goes back to work. Another of those Loyola High School products. Teammates with Sean Kelly and Michael Robertson of UC San Diego.
Michael Boley has done a nice job at that program at Loyola throughout the years.
Set off the block and out. John Hawks with a little bit of a long look that time at Tom Saunders.
Off the block and out, but then hit him on the block off the floor. That happened fast.
There we go, back to Luke Chandler. And that one is put away. Boy, Connolly has had some terrific work, the UCLA libero, to neutralize a lot of threatening looking UC San Diego serves tonight.
Yeah, I would keep the serve away from him if possible. He has been rolling up some great passes.
We'll give him a little more leeway to go and get it on that back row. But yeah, a lot of serving libero for UC San Diego, and they're just not getting maybe as much as they could if they tried to target somebody else. So here goes Ewert, 11th in the NCAA and ace average coming in, but also 21 errors. And shoots it long. So he will take a seat. Triton's getting ready to reintroduce Aiden Powell, the transfer from 3C2A Golden West College. State champion, state tournament MVP a season ago. Now back getting some valuable experience in this type of matchup here. And that one goes long. And the Tritons doing it at a spot where they're still keeping a touch point. 16-14 in the must-win third set. Selcho second on this group in blocks last year. He's been top 4 in total kills and points each of the last 2 seasons. Good offensive option out of the middle and a well-rounded game too. Somehow the Bruins able to save that. There's Chandler again, cross court and in.
What a great move by Rowan, going to get that ball and knowing, having the body control to get it back into play. But nice finish by Chandler on that one. Great set by Whirl.
Chandler, who was a standout at Long Island, hasn't seen as much playing time here at UC San Diego. This one goes long. Look at his Long Island career. He was first team All-NEC as a sophomore a couple years back. NEC tournament MVP. This was in 2023. 2 seasons, 174 sets, 53 matches. It's been more rotational and less volume here at UC San Diego, but called on tonight and is answering in a big way. Whirl for Sonny. High off the hands for a Triton point. Tritons cut the lead down to 1.
Sonny coming up with an answer there for his 9th kill.
One-handed set, just save. That is not going to make it over. Well, good serve for UC San Diego. Out of Whirl. And the Triton faithful, including a lot of UC San Diego women's volleyballers right behind us to the right, as they typically are, recognizing the moment and letting them hear it.
And I like Cameron Worrell serving tonight. He's been creating a little bit of chaos on the other side with his serve.
There you go. Molly McCluskey, Paulina Bailey, and company of Triton Women's Volleyball out here supporting the guys tonight. I'm glad they got to keep their front row seats, because they're probably here as much as anybody. It's nice that the seasons don't overlap, so you got a few more chances to come out and support the guys as they do come out and support the ladies in the fall and into November. Nice third set, though, for UC San Diego. And critical that they've been able to keep this thing close deeper into this third set compared to earlier on.
Yeah, I feel like they're hitting a little smarter, looking at their matchups, and just creating a little bit of chaos over there. And we're seeing a new player in for the Bruins over there. Number 20, Grayson Bradford, 6'10" freshman.
Yeah, Manhattan Beach and Mira Costa High School missed Jim Garrison by about a half decade there. For Bradford, it was his third high school program. Crespi and Royal High. He's the AVCA Boys High School Player of the Year and a CIF D1 state champion. He got his first NCAA kill last night against Fort Hays State and finished with 6. Now that time, it's the man who's been doing it for a long time at this level. Thorne comes through again. You got your go-tos once you start to get later on in sets, and Thorne is that guy for this group. That one is just long. Saw those set stats for UC San Diego. 8 errors from behind the line here in the third. They had a combined 10 in 1 and 2. Sets 1 and 2.
And 5 service errors for the Bruins.
A lot of time here for Rama's bump set. Right off the Triton hands, Garrison picks it up out of the middle. On for Chandler. Great change of speed. Great save by UCLA. I think the Tritons were under the net.
I think it was a double on the third contact. Right.
And they're back on top, 19-18. Right back over to us. Won't be able to rescue it. Rowan came over. He sized it up, and then he said, no, I'm good.
Yeah, smart player. Knows when he can save it and knows when he's going to hurt someone.
Sonny had some big serves early. He's got the ace there, and he's got the Tritons to 20. Triton block, nice coverage, Thorne. Great dig from Sonny. Oh, and just can't keep that one alive. UCLA goes off speed, gets the put away, gets back within a point.
What a dig and what a sequence there by Sonny. Great serving, great defense. And Cook is kicking himself for not getting that one. But he laid out.
Service from Rama. Ewert over, pass, and out. And again, they're not shy about going for it well on the other side of the net, but Tritons set up Ewert perfectly then.
Yep, and Ewert just showing his athleticism. He can hit the 4-4 too.
Comes into a big bear hug from Sonny. Sets up Garrison on serve. Back off the hands, Sonny tracking it down. It's gonna end up being an overpass. Thorne pops it over. Garrison with the pancake. But they meet some resistance at the net.
But I will say that that is the first pancake I've ever seen Jim Garrison get. So Great job by him laying that 6'9" frame out. And Ewert not really anywhere to go with that one.
Middles don't find themselves in positions to do that all that often.
Great play by him.
21-20 on the block by Decker and Thorne back to serve. Worrell having to pull the set off. Try and flip it inside. Triton's wanted something like a touch of the net, but UCLA's got to kill to tie it up. And Brad Rostratter looking over to his team on the floor saying, hey, let's just get back to it, get back to some volleyball, guys. John Hawks' group digging out of a deficit here in the third. Chandler, that time they were into the net.
And lagged Chandler on that one. Set off the net, obviously. He's back row. But just was calm, composed on that one, and took a nice swing at it.
And that's been that go-to spot for him tonight. He's back on serve here for UC San Diego. 9 kills to tie for the team lead on 3:04 hitting. And a tough serve to boot. And that one hits the floor as UCLA ties it up again. Tit for tat, not much at all between these two teams here in the third set. David Decker now. Lefty service, Ewert. They go back to Chandler and got it right into the block and down.
And sometimes being weird works. And nice job by Chandler. Finding some arms, using that block.
The first Triton to double-digit kills. Easily a new best mark for him at UC San Diego. Now Ewert with the tough serve. Bruins handle it. Nice dig, Cook. Set it over high off the block, little drift away, nice up. Sonny puts it away.
I am about to jump out of my chair with excitement. What a sequence. Great swing by Sonny and some amazing defense by the Tritons.
Sonny and Luke Chandler looking to fire up King Triton and the faithful here at Lion Tree Arena. And we're going to take a look back at that one. Tritons capping off a heck of a rally here.
And it all starts with a great serve by Ewert, great defense by Cook. Sonny, smart recycling that ball. Another great dig by Cook on that one. And Sonny puts that one away, hard angle.
And letting it fly afterward. Now feeling the energy and the emotion of this kind of moment. This is what UC San Diego was looking for when they go out and get a top-tier talent like Sebastiano Sonny. He's got 10 kills on 400 hitting, 5 digs, and 3 aces, just 2 attacking errors on 20 swings. Putting it all together in a good match. And some big moments, too, for the Tritons. You can go for the raw numbers all you want, but some of the moments that he's had, a few of those serves early, getting some big-time kills here. It's a left tap from Brad Rostratter, says, hey, go out and get us this third set.
Yeah, and Sonny and Chandler right now really holding their own for the Tritons with 10 kills apiece.
Set point for UC San Diego, 2 of them. Just listen to that crowd. Now Bruins spit 1 nail out of the third set coffin.
That went off to Selcho's face.
And now it's Kelly, who's got one of their 5 aces tonight. 5 aces, 19 errors. Kelly trying to stay loose. Serving to save a set point here. Sani saved on the other side. Decker. Big swing for the Bruins. Rama, double fist pump. He extends the set.
Rama, such a cagey player. Smart going down that line.
Now this is championship DNA at its finest here on the road, and even like seeing the UCLA bench motioning over to some of the Triton students in attendance, encouraging them to get loud, saying, hey, let's hear you. Let's hear what else you got.
Yeah, good UC rivalry here. LA versus San Diego.
Now these two teams, long time they battled it out in the MPSF, about 2 decades worth before the Tritons made the move to the Big West back in 2018. And UC San Diego, they do have a win against a #1 team all time. You got to go back to conference tournament matchup in Hawaii. That was a special moment that a lot of guys on that program continued to talk about back in 2021. Trying to whip these fans into a frenzy here. Coming out of their second and final timeout. So neither team with a timeout remaining. Yeah, it was April 23rd, 2021, the Big West semifinal. 4-12 Tritons against 15-0 Hawaii, and they got the win. For the likes of Kyle McCauley, Shane Bennett, Blake Crisp, and Matt Palma. Lion Tree on its feet. 24 a pop here in the third. Sani off the block.
Great tool off the block at a high pressure situation by Sani.
Third set point for UC San Diego in the third. And UCLA saves it again.
Rama is definitely a go-to in those high-pressure situations. Not afraid to go with the block.
Up to 14 kills, hitting .417. And here's Trent Taliaferro. He had a couple good serves to close out that second set. They want him in that spot again here.
Yeah, he came in and served an ace last time, right off the bench.
This one off the tape, dug by Ewert. Chandler's got the kill. Tritons on set point once again.
Chandler with his 11th kill right now. Just confusing the defense of the Bruins.
They'll get another crack at it with the senior Cameron Worrell. Take some off the serve. Tritons send it back on the block. They want it that way, and they got it again with Rama.
The Bruins are gonna go to Rama in this high pressure situation right now. He is smart and moves the ball around really well.
Rowan up to 40 assists. He's also got 2 aces tonight. Almost had his third. Boyle kept it alive. Chandler forced to bump it over. Bruins trying to get on match point. That looked like a no-look shot from Rama. And UCLA can close it out if they get this one.
Smart shot, good heads-up play. Just couldn't make a play out of it.
No timeouts remaining as we go past the 25-point mark. Match point, UCLA and Rowan. Sani off the hands, dug by Kelly. Back to him. Garrison somehow kept it alive, but Chandler goes into the net, and the Bruins outlast the Tritons in the third and come away with a sweep win tonight on the road. They had to battle their way to it. 21, 21, and 26 for UCLA to move to 6-0. And UC San Diego will fall to 3-3. So UCLA stays undefeated. But Kirsten, couple competitive sets, 1 and 2, and then a really fun third to close this thing out. UC San Diego had some chances to put that thing away too.
Yeah, the Tritons did, they did not stop fighting. They served tough.